There are some leaders who think apologizing is a sign of weakness, but that is usually because they are weak. Hey guys, welcome to my channel again. And like I told you guys in the next few videos, we'll be just using this book as a guide in our next few couple of videos. There's like 2 or 3 more videos on topics that I think are very essential for us to just listen. And I recommend you, if you don't have this book and you're, I don't know, running a business or want to run a business, or you really need leadership guidance, this is a book that I recommend you. He is the man that you want to listen. Jocko Willink, he's an ex-Navy SEAL commander. He was in charge of the most decorated Special Forces operation team, and he has a consulting leadership company, multi-million-dollar, and this guy knows what he's talking about. So I definitely recommend you to look at this, buy this book. Can't cost you a lot on Amazon, maybe like 20 bucks or more. But the amount of value that he gives in this book on what to do when you're stuck is priceless in moments that you need true guidance. So the topic that we'll be reading off is apologizing in page 294. And the reason I really picked this topic to make this video off apologizing is because I started to think, I like looking at things both ways, and people say, oh, you have to apologize, or don't apologize as a sign of weakness, and stuff like that. And everybody does things differently in their leadership, or in how they run a team, or whatever position you are in, right? But this point of view is very important. Let's listen what he says. It says, apologizing. There are some leaders who think apologizing is a sign of weakness, but that is usually because they are weak and insecure about their leadership position. There is nothing wrong with apologizing when you make a mistake. This is part of taking ownership. This is especially true in relationship situations where you have done something wrong that had a negative impact on someone. You left them out, overlooked them, otherwise disrespected them in some ways. When that happens, apologies are completely acceptable. Actually, an apology is more than acceptable. It is the right thing to do. If you are apologizing because of a decision that was made, the apology must be also accompanied by an explanation. Explain to the team why you did what you did, what you saw, how you read the situation, how you anticipated the decision would work out, what actually happened, and how you will present yourself for making the same mistakes again. Then apologize for making the mistake as long as you mean it. Don't apologize for every little slip up, not because it's bad to apologize, but because it's bad to apologize if there's nothing really to apologize for. If there is no major negative result for the bad decision, then it likely doesn't warrant an actual apology. But if you feel you made an error and you feel you owe an apology, then give one. If you find yourself in a situation where you might not feel you owe an apology, you feel it wasn't your fault, first check your ego. Chances are there is something you could have done differently. Apologize for that. If you truly think you weren't at fault, guess what? You are. And taking ownership is still an effective tool. Disarm the people who are looking to place blame by saying sorry, taking the blame yourself. Then find a solution, start moving toward it. When I try to think of the situation in which it's bad to apologize, I have a hard time doing it. I'm not scared to apologize. If I make a mistake, I'm going to own it. If someone else makes a mistake and no one will own it, I will own that too. Perhaps that is why I so often found myself in leadership positions. I was willing to own things. I was willing to take the hit, to take the dagger for others. I was willing to apologize, own mistakes, move forward. I recommend you to do the same. So I really wanted to bring this topic from this book on apologizing. Like, when should you apologize? When is the appropriate time to apologize? He says it, right? When you really mess up, or you think you have done something bad, apologize. That's the right way to do it. And maybe if it's not your fault, like he says, check your ego. Maybe your ego's a little too high that day, and maybe think, oh, it's not my fault or whatever. But even if that's not the case, if you are in charge, one of his book, Extreme Ownership, if you are in charge, it's still your fault. So suck up to it, take charge, and see how you could fix the solution. Maybe there's something that you didn't do. So, and I think this is like a personal note. This could be taken personally, right? You don't have to be a leader in any case to apologize, right? If you've done a mistake, if you have offended somebody or whatever, the right thing is to apologize. Apologize, make peace with them. Why be pissed at someone if you don't have to, right? It's just, you're bringing stress, anxiety for no reason. Just apologize, apologize like you really mean it. And if you did something bad, it's not a big deal, right? We all make mistakes. So this is what I want to bring. Don't be afraid to apologize, right? And no big deal. We all make mistakes. We're human. And, the best thing is to just do it the right way. Thanks again for watching this video. Until the next one.